Hey everybody, Carl here. Welcome back to Trails to Azure, where in the previous episode, we resolved Harmorica Village's growing stranger danger situation with this Minith character. Turns out, he was a con man all along. We beat his butt, well at least we wanted to beat his butt, but his butt got away from us, sadly. Yep, he's out of here, he's left, took his pets with him too, but that's all water under the bridge. We are gonna go to Mishelam today. We have a fun optional quest over at Mishelam, and I wanna see just what that entails. But first, let's do some Harbor District talkies while we're here. Shepard? Bishop? Frigate, why do I think his name is Shepard? Alright, I'm fired up today. Now let's see, what would be the most efficient route to take? Man, he's in good shape. Oh, the whole gang's here.
I see. I was hoping today would be the day. Unfortunately, no. Mr. Nilsson is in Mainz right now and won't be back until late. You may have been better off leaving a message saying you wanted to meet. Yeah, no kidding. In that case, could you let him know that I stopped by? I most certainly can. May I ask where you're staying? That way he'll know how to get back to you. I have a room at Long Lao over on East Street. Tell him to get in touch anytime. I'll drop whatever I'm doing the second he's available.
Okay, Notisha is looking for Nelson. We should go see him in Mainz. We got an editorial meeting this morning. All this big news lately has stirred up a lot of debate, so the office has been pretty enthusiastic about covering it. Okay, I should go over my materials again before we have that meeting. We'll be discussing the independence issue, so I'm gonna want to make sure I know what I'm talking about. I better make sure I know this issue inside and out beforehand, or I'm not gonna have much to bring to the table. That's true. Excuse me. One of these days, she'll let me inside without being a grace.
Phew, nothing like a morning dose of Java to get the juices flowing. You guys want some? All we got is canned right now, but it gets the job done.
We're good, but thanks for asking.
Hey, suit yourselves. Anyway, I heard you guys killed it with that cryptid extermination mission. I suppose, but where did you...
Is there anywhere your eyes and ears don't reach?
What can I say? It pays to have good sources in this line of work. And hey, I'm also looking out for you guys. Wouldn't want the SSS to wind up in a hospital room. First wealth is health, you know? That goes for you and me both.
True enough. Thanks for the concern.
Cryptids though, eh? Can't say I really understand whatever the heck those things are. Just be sure to watch out for yourselves. You wouldn't want to end up in a hospital room.
True that. Alright, that's the lively CNS. Not to pat myself on the back, but today's noodles are top-notch. Give 'em a try. I poured my blood, sweat, and tears into 'em. Well, not literally, of course. I hope not.
We're gonna have that independence referendum in just over a week, right? Which way should we go? I need to make up my mind pretty soon.
I think that's everybody up here, but we got some activity down here. Do we even got... Oh, old man by the sea.
Calling all passengers to Mishelam. The ship will be departing shortly. Please board at your earliest convenience.
One of our support requests came from the theme park, didn't it?
You're right. It involved helping Mishy in some way or another.
I wonder what they need us to do? Does it truly matter? Mishy needs our assistance. We have no time to lose.
Well, I think we all know Teotot's stance on this.
Something tells me this is gonna be one to remember.
We shouldn't head to Mishelam unless we're absolutely ready to handle our request. Should we get going? Can I leave it for later? Let's just circle back to this one later. When you're ready to leave for Mishelam, check the schedule to begin the request. Nice. Oh, I'm so looking forward to this. We can't get to that theme park soon enough.
Look at you. You're like a giddy little boy. Calling all passengers to Mishelam. The ship will be departing shortly. Please board at your earliest convenience. I'm looking forward to going to Mishelam Center.
Take me to the beach. I want to go swimming.
Aw.
Wow, Grandpa, your fishing rod was shaking like crazy just now. This is so exciting. Do you think you'll catch it?
Oh, just you wait, Misa. Your old granddad's gonna catch you a whopper.
Oh, this is so wholesome. I love it. He has a heart now. We shouldn't head to Mishelam unless we're absolutely ready. Let's go to the theme park. Alright, no time like the present. And we're off. Lloyd and the others boarded the cruise ship bound for Mishelam. After arriving, they made their way to the front gates of the theme park, where their client was waiting. What a pickle. This is liable to throw off the entire morning schedule. Excuse us. We're the CPD Special Support Section. Would you happen to be Hanks? We're here for the request you mentioned. Oh, that's right. So you're the SSS. Let's see. Yes! I think it'll be a perfect fit. No sizing adjustments necessary. Wait, sizing adjustments? I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Would you mind explaining your request? Oh, how careless of me. My apologies. I'm sure you're all familiar with our park's mascot, Mishy, yes?
No breathing soul could know more.
Teotad here has a bit of an obsession. But yeah, we know him. Hard living Crossbell too long without seeing that fluff ball around. Does Mishy have something to do with your request? It just so happens he does. The thing is, we received some bad news this morning. The actor who's portrayed Mishy since the park opened, well, he told us he wasn't going to make it.
Make it? Wait, you don't mean...
Oh, goodness, no. Nothing that dire. Just a sudden case of upset stomach. The plan is for him to get some medicine at St. Ursula and return to work as soon as he's able. If all goes well, he'll be back in action as early as this afternoon. Still, that leaves the problem of the morning performance. That's where you come in. I need someone to don the fur and be Mishy's stand-in for a few hours. Mishy's stand-in? Hey, that sounds pretty fun. Alright, where do I get changed? Yeah, I don't think so. You're far too tall to fit into the costume. On the other hand, I think your pal here with the overly serious expression would be perfect. Me? Oh, come on! I was gonna use that kitty suit as a free pass to pick up chicks. Damn you, Lloyd. How's that my fault?
It's probably for the best. Otherwise, Randy would have given catfishing a whole new meaning.
So, back to the matter at hand. Do you think you can do it? Well, we didn't come all this way for nothing. We'll take the job. Phew, I owe you one. Now then, if there's nothing more to cover, let's... So, I'm curious. So, does Teal believe that Mishy is an actual character that exists? That might be. And the fact that we just said an actor portraying Mishy, this feels very taboo. So, I'm very curious about the inside of her mind right now. Tio? Is there something wrong? You've been very quiet these past few minutes.
Costume. Actor. Upset stomach. Medicine.
What's gotten into her? Pulling back the curtain might have been more than she could handle. I'd be very careful with the next words you say. I'll do what I can. Hey, Tio?
No need to mind me. Mishy needs us. I'll make sure to contribute as actively as I can.
That's the spirit, Tio Todd. I don't know if I like the way she phrased that. Is she really okay? Everything settled? Good. Now if you'll just follow me to the locker room. Sure. Lead the way. Theme park trouble! Man, do I look good. Well, how do I look?
Adorable, actually. Yeah, it really screams you.
In what way? It's a full bodysuit and all.
So, you comfortable in there? Looks like it could get pretty toasty.
I'm sure it will. It's not the most breathable outfit I've ever worn, to say the least. Luckily, the height is right. Feels a bit loose though, so it's a little weird to move in. Don't sweat the small stuff. You're gonna be doing enough sweating in the costume as is. But man, is it gonna be worth it. Mishy fangirls fawning over you, putting your arms around them with no hang-ups. I'd have plenty of hang-ups with that for your information. Though, speaking of fangirls, where did Tia run off to?
Now that you mention it, I saw her catch the staff member's attention before walking away with him.
Oh my gosh. Is she gonna be Mishette? Oh, I wish I could hear her ta-da.
Ta-da!
Ah, yep. What the? Is that you, Tio?
Tio, meehee, my name is Mishette. Don't tell me my own older brother's forgotten my face.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Oh my goodness, you look so cute, Tio. Isn't this character the one who likes to play hide and seek?
Yes, I am Mishy's little sister, Mishette. She's a selfless girl who is always looking out for a clumsy oaf of an older brother with judgmental eyes.
Judgmental? Right. Yeah. We met her the last time we came to the theme park. She came up to me asking if she could help by playing the part of Mishette. Technically, the regular Mishette shift doesn't start until later, so I thought, what the hey.
So that's where she went. Wait, by help out, do you mean?
Yes, my intention is to supervise Lloyd's Mishy routine. Rest assured, his shins will rue every blunder he makes.
Ah, the brutal barbs of tough love. What an adorable little sister you have, Mishy.
I just wish my shins got a say in it. Wait, shouldn't you be the one giving me acting directions? Sorry, but we won't have a chance. It's almost time for Mishy to start touring his way around the park. Listen, just ask yourself, what would Mishy do? And go from there. I'm sure it'll work out. Probably. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Remember that at the end of the morning tour, you're scheduled to do the Mishy dance in the main plaza. That one I did prepare a manual for. Skim it and remember what you can. Lloyd in the group read the manual. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's note this down here. Dance with passion and pizzazz. Don't forget to close the show on Mishy's signature catchphrase. Let's dance and make a wishy with Mishy. Well, that's helpful.
A catchphrase I get, but this passion and pizzazz part is a little vague.
To tell you the truth, we generally leave Mishy's characterization with patrons up to the actor. For the entire history of this park, we've never even needed a written manual. Until today, that is. So if you make a mistake, you make a mistake. Don't let it get you down too much.
On the contrary, as the one supervising, I will not tolerate even a single error.
I'm getting conflicting signals here. Whoops, it's showtime. Let's wrap this up so you can get out there.
All right, the rest of us will pass the time patrolling the park then. Break a leg, you two.
The time has come to prove yourself, Lloyd.
Yeah, no pressure. I don't know how I'm gonna pull this one off. I guess I'll just have to channel my inner Mishy. There's also that catchphrase. Let's dance and make a wishy with Mishy. I better not forget it. Alright, get out there and make those kids' wishies come true. I'm counting on you, Mishy. You too, Mishette. What is this quest? Well, here goes nothing. I just hope this all works out.
Look sharp. Here comes our first patron. Wow, it's Mishy! Mom, Dad, look, he's really here.
Well, so he is. How about that?
Settle down, sweetie. You wouldn't want to tire yourself out before we get to the attractions.
Yay, Mishy! Mishy, Mishy, Mishy!
Let me think. How would Mishy normally respond in a situation like this?
Let's see. Have a meehee-magical time. Don't forget to buy a ticket. Yeah, come on now. We know him by now.
Have a meehee-magical time.
I will. Thanks, Mishy. Come on, Mom. Come on, Dad. Let's hurry up and go in.
Oh, all right.
Now, no need to rush. We have an entire day of fun ahead of us. Phew. Did I do okay?
Very much so, Lloyd. Your meehee was particularly inspired.
Thanks. I can't say it's easy to say without getting embarrassed.
Meehee. You get used to it.
Wow, Tio. You're a pro already. That was surprisingly cute coming from her.
Keep up the good work.
Hey, Noel. Wazy. Well, if it isn't a special support section's dynamic sibling duo.
Thank goodness you're here, Lloyd. I have an urgent progress report to make. Every time I take my eyes off Wazy, he runs off to get on the rides.
Oh, don't be such a cop. It's not like I'm gonna burn the park down. We're still making our rounds, aren't we? What's the harm in having a little bit of fun along the way? Wazy, we are the cops. Not to mention on duty.
Speaking of duty, you have a pair of children approaching on your 9. It's Mishy! Oh, look! Mishette's here too!
Well, they were boys.
My hide-and-seek skills need refining. Super kick!
Wait, no! Hold on a sec. You can't just assault Mishy. Why would you even do that?
What? Did nobody ever tell you? Kicking Mishy brings you good luck. Everyone knows it's stored in his butt. That's why I gotta boot it all out. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, what genius thought this up anyway?
Hey, I think it works the same with Mishette too.
I need to do something. How would Mishy deal with this?
Scold them. Or tickle them.
Mishy has a way of defending himself from kicks. It's this.
Tickle, tickle, tickle. Wow, it's Mishy famous Mishy get you go attack. Run away.
That'll show him. I didn't realize playing Kick the Mascot was going to be part of this job too. Well, you should have been. That's been one of the park's recent fads.
Well, them's the breaks. For the record, I did try to help.
Did I handle that okay though? I was just making it up as I went along.
It was fine. What you did was far more preferable than losing your temper with them. Mishy is a kind and gentle being. Driving children away by force would have been unacceptable. Your judgment served you well, Lloyd.
Thanks. I try.
I'm just glad they didn't end up kicking Tio too.
Thanks to Lloyd's dashing rescue, of course. Perhaps we should add Sister Complex to his rapidly expanding list of proclivities. Mishy and Mishette are the siblings here, not us.
Incidentally, my research indicated that Mishy's posterior is resistant to strikes and impacts. It hurts less than you expected, no?
Hey, yeah, you're right.
They must have put extra padding in the costume. No wonder it's so much thicker down there.
Ah, look at the time. We should make our way to the next area, Lloyd. Remember to keep in mind how tight our morning schedule is.
Right. I won't. See you later, guys.
Knock 'em dead, Lloyd. You too, Tio. Alright, back to sneaking on rides for me.
Oh, hey guys. Nice hustle out there, superstar.
You two look like you've had a hard day of work. How would you say it's been going so far?
It's a little harder than I imagined. This costume gets toasty like you wouldn't believe.
Need I remind you, Lloyd, this is not a pleasant stroll we're taking around the park right now. You have to act as friendly as possible, while simultaneously making the park guests feel lucky just to have seen you.
Right. I'll try my best.
There's no room for error with Tio once Mishy comes into the picture, is there?
Do what you can to keep up, Lloyd. Or else Teotot's gonna have you strung up to dry in front of the horror coaster.
Oh, look! It's Mishy!
Hey, you're right. Lucky us. Running into him 2 steps off the Ferris wheel.
Oh, he's so cute. We just have to get a photo with him.
Sure thing. Let's do it. Excuse me. Do you think you could take a picture for us?
I'd love to.
A picture? Okay. Stay calm. What would Mishy do in this situation? Stand near the man. Stand near the woman. Stand between them. That makes most sense.
This is gonna go down as the day we finally met Mishy.
Okay. Smile for the camera.
Everyone all ready? Say cheese. Thanks for all the help.
Yeah, what she said.
You're welcome. Here you are.
Did I do okay?
That was perfect, Lloyd. As the living symbol of the theme park, Mishy is, in and of himself, a walking attraction. Knowing that, the impartial course of action in cases like these is to stand directly between the guests. It makes me proud to see you adapting so quickly to the ways of the Mishelamite.
I'm honored. I think. Well, as long as you have Tio with you, I think you'll be fine. Good luck, you two. We'll be keeping an eye out.
Yeah, you have fun on your date, we'll have fun on ours.
No, we will not.
Yeesh. At least let me buy you a Bell Cola before you shut me down.
Okay then. Let's try not to let them or anyone else down.
Yes, off to the next location.
Oh, it's the big dance. Sorry for the delay, everyone. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Mishy and Mishette are gonna do the Mishy dance.
Yay, Mishy! They're so cute.
Here we go. The dance routine. Ugh, I'm starting to tense up.
It should be fine. The Mishy dance is usually improvised anyway. There are some guidelines, but I'm sure you will manage if you use common sense.
Guidelines, huh? That's right. They gave us a manual about that before the job. If I could just recall what it said. Okay, everyone. All together now. Mishy and Mishette, bring it home. Here we go. Are you ready, Tio? Remember, dance with passion and pizzazz.
Roger.
Oh, the moves. Oh, they got it on lockdown. Are you seeing this? Oh, they did the where's the ball in the cup move. That's my favorite. Whoa. What a duo. Now for Mishy's catchphrase. Mishy is life, Mishy is love, Mishy is life. Let's dance and make merry with Mishy. That doesn't rhyme. Here we go.
Let's dance and make a wishy with Mishy. Let's dance and make a wishy with Mishy. Woo! I knew you could do it, Lloyd. You have attained total Mishlightenment.
Lloyd and Tio's passionate dance brought the show to a successful close. Having fulfilled his role to perfection, Lloyd held his head high, knowing he was able to make the park visitors' wishes come true. Once things finished winding down, the two substitute mascots made their way to the rest area.
Phew, I think we managed to pull that one off.
Well done. Dancing in a mascot costume was more daunting than I had realized.
You can say that again. I'm burning up in here. How does the usual guy do this every day? He must be made of some real stern stuff.
I would imagine so.
Maybe this is him actually. Hey, Mishy Mishette! Oh, it's Hanks.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Hanks.
Good job out there, kids. You did great. Michette's been all anybody's talking about today. The park guests couldn't get enough of her.
Of me? Really?
Yep. They said the whole cool and aloof shtick Mishette would lapse into around Mishy drove them wild. Maybe this is a sign that we should sit down and rethink Michette's entire character.
Fancy that.
I am happy to be of service. Incidentally, have you heard back from the usual actor?
Oh, I almost forgot. He just came in a little while ago. He said that he wanted to meet you. You should find him waiting in the locker room when you get back. And thanks again for all your help. It's not much, but I hope you'll accept this.
Oh, the Mishette plush. I'd be happy to. Thank you, Mr. Hanks. Ready to head back inside, Tio?
Yes, let's.
Oh, that was a good quest.
Mishette mode. Disengage. I am drenched in sweat.
I think that was the most effort you've ever given on a support request. You did good out there, Tio.
Perhaps, but your meehee mimicry was exceptionally superb, Lloyd. It was an honor and a privilege to share the Mishy dance with you.
Come on, you're gonna make me blush. Anyway, I think it's about time we rejoined the others. Is the usual Mishy actor still not here yet?
Not that I've seen. He appears to be running late.
Oh boy. Middle-aged man's voice. Is this the usual... Is this in his Mishy voice? But what's it ga-ha-ha? I don't know.
Ga-ha-ha-ha! Sorry to keep you kids waiting.
Why is it middle-aged? That's not this usual... What? What? What?
Brr. Yeah, ha, ha. Excuse me for that. Better out than in, though, eh? Turns out the pills I've been taking don't work unless I have them after a meal. I skip breakfast, too, so I wound up wolfing down a lunch like you wouldn't believe. Anyhow, is my costume in that locker? What's with the looks? You ain't ever seen a professional mascot before? Come to think of it, I feel like I recognize your faces from somewhere or another. Oh, whatever. Oh, you kids big time. Can't have Mishelam Wonderland with no Mishy after all. Nice work filling in for me, boyo. Yeah, ha, 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 ha. Oops, would you look at the time? Gotta get changed and prepped for the afternoon shifts.
Transformation complete! Thanks again, mister. You too, little missy. You really saved my fur. You can just leave the rest to me. Meehee. See you later. What a pro. His voice sounded like it shifted 3 whole octaves. That guy's the real Mishy, no doubt about it.
but went out of costume. He's not even from the same universe! Well, that was something. I feel like we just uncovered one of Crossbell's dirtiest secrets. Yeah. Okay, 2 points. 1, Tio hella cute in this costume. 2, this is what the fortune teller meant when she said that she was gonna see Mishy in a new light. For some reason, I thought there was something sinister about that, and the actor behind it was gonna be like a bad thing. Also, like the whole Fool's Wonderland, I thought Mishy might have kidnapped Kia and all of that, but it was just that he was just a middle-aged man with no manners. Anyway, let's go meet up with the others, shall we? Wow. This must have shook her universe. How will Tio ever recover from this? This is arguably worse than what happened to her at the lodge. Can I say that? I don't think I can say that. Her whole worldview just took a turn. Back in the city, though. Yo, Lloyd. Something happened to Tio Todd? She's been like that ever since we got back on the cruise ship.
You're right. It's like she's staring off into space, eyes empty. I believe that's what we call a look of desolation.
Well, let's just say she's been through a lot today.
Tio? Are you sick? Should we take you to see a doctor?
No, I will survive. I was a bit bewildered, but I believe I managed to come to terms with it. This is merely a single rung on the ladder to adulthood.
Oh, theme park trouble. What a quest. What a fun quest. And what great character moments there with Lloyd and Tio. Absolutely stellar.
Thank you for riding with us today. We'll be awaiting your return.
Sounds like my girlfriend had a great time. I'm so glad we went.
I bought a boatload of souvenirs.
Wow, Grandpa, your fishing rod.
Oh, they're still gonna catch a big one. Catch a big one. Well. That was a worthwhile romp through Mishelam Wonderland. But what I would like to do is we do have some business in Mainz, and it would be a good idea for us to get around to that as well. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do just that. Let's head to the... Oh, I want my car. Yeah. I'm addicted to the car now. Actually, no, I don't. I want to go home. I want to turn in some contracts for some cash money. Well done. Theme park trouble. 4 DP, that's the max we could get there. 1 born every minute. 4 DP, that should also be the max that we can get there. Let's Crossbell. Promotion! True Gladiator Belt! Also gotten so much mirror. Oh, I accidentally... I toggled skip in the dialogue again. It happens so easily if you hit the square button. There we go. I'm just gonna use Zeit to untoggle that, or I'm gonna miss a line automatically. True Gladiator Headband and the Gladiator Belt. How about a True Gladiator Belt? Strength plus 50, Def minus 50, but auto CP up. A truly motivating belt. Oh yeah. Okay. Now you can get the Gladiator Belt instead. Could have the Gladiator Headband, but that's okay. Now we did get a Mishy thingy. We did. What can I do with that? Mishette doll. Decoration for Tio's room. Let's do it. Tio should be 302?
This should suffice.
A new decoration was added to Tio's room. It's a Mishette plush. Oh, that was a good quest. Now then. You know what time it is. We're going straight to Genten. Jaco. Buy Master Quartz. I want this scepter. Water Elemental Master Quartz that has a strength and ATS. Obtain Sepith from attacks and crafts. I do. It looks so cool. Okie dokie. Here you are. Yes, I'm doing it. I'm actually buying a new quartz. Then, you, Teotats. So we have Cannon, raises ATS, increases potency of HP recovery arts. Cool and all. But what if I just got more Sepith? It's also automatically level 3. So it has slightly lower, it has higher strength but less ATS. That's a okay trade-off. Now I can dig this. Obtain Sepith from attacks crafts. We're going with that. Scepter. It's the new baby in town. Raises EP ATS. That's fun and all. What about this cannon potency of healing arts? We'll see. There we go. There we go. You got a new one. New master quartz. We got to get all of them either way for the achievements, so that's all good. Now then, let's get to the car now. With that done, ride that sucker. Well, since we are going north from the town and we already checked out the residential district, let's do Crossbell Cathedral on the way to Mainz. It only makes sense. Also, because we got a package in Mainz, I kind of want to get over there. I've heard a lot about the Rosenberg studio. It's been around for a long while now, but I've never seen its owner visit the cathedral. I wonder what kind of person he is. A blasphemer, no doubt. Let's see. Okay.
And if Sister Juju gets mad, here's what we're gonna do. Huh? Why do I have to be the one? Because if you don't, I'm gonna tell Kia that you wet the bed. You wouldn't. Fine. Just this once, okay? Come on, let's go.
Oh, we got our prank in the making. Poor guy. Blackmail. I realized something while Sister Marble was walking me through the motions of teaching a Sunday school class yesterday. Children are only motivated to learn something if they're interested in it. So the trick is, you have to get them interested in what you want to teach. That's easier said than done, though. For sure. And for some, that might be games. Assassin's Creed 2 got me really interested in history. It's like, wow, yeah, Leonardo da Vinci, I know that guy. He was my friend. The Renaissance? That sounds pretty fun. We've heard there's been a slew of strange monster sightings around the state. The government even recommended that citizens not venture out on the highways anymore. Sightings, yes. Fortunately, the cemetery isn't too far from the city limits. Hey, Reese. What's up? Oh, hello, everyone. Good to see you again, Reese. Thank you again for the information you provided us yesterday. I'm happy that I could help. So, what brings you here today? Well, actually, Ellie told Reese about their plans to visit the doll studio. Rosenberg Studio? I'm aware that it has some sort of connection to the society. That's Grolsritter intel for you, I guess. It's my understanding that Jorg Rosenberg is a reasonable man who knows right from wrong. But still, that doesn't change the fact that he has ties to Ouroboros. I urge you to exercise caution if you intend to meet with him. Don't worry, we will. Thanks for looking out for us, Reese. Make sure you're prepared for anything before you head to the doll studio, and please, be careful, everyone. Will do. Here lies Guy Bannings.
Even after Ario started to make a name for himself with the guilds, Guy would still drag him here to drink with us on occasion. Or watch the two of us drink at least. We'd just sit there with a straight face while me and Guy got 3 sheets to the wind. What I wouldn't have given to see Ariel's cut loose and get plastered off his divine blade ass for once.
I have a theory. So, we know Wasey's hiding something, right? And I feel like his battle with Wald obviously left a bad taste in Wald's mouth. And if Wald was the guy in the shadows, it looked like Wald's. And he's like mutating out to like go and like kick. But who was he talking to on the phone then? Who was he talking to the phone then? Was it Wasey? What? I feel like Wasey has some hidden stuff. And I feel like he's going to actually let that out. We kind of got a taste of it during his initial battle with Wald. But I think he has to come like front and center to like defeat Demon Wald. That's my guess. And we'll see where it goes from there.
A black cat passed in front of me this morning. What rotten luck. I have a business negotiation later today. And here I am, already crossed by a bad omen. I'm gonna have to pray even more than usual today.
I noticed Ken, the kid at Belheim, was talking about that the other day too. Are they talking about Cop? Is Cop black, or is his name more like a... The Archbishop rigorously follows the Septian Church's principles in everything he does. Some may call him obdurate, but I truly respect that aspect of him. Yeah, I'd call him obdurate too if I knew what that word meant.
Regarding yesterday's matter with that flowering grass, I do hope you're not still nosing around about it. There are facets of this vast continent that are better left untouched. I advise you to know when to tread lightly.
Oh, same, you old friggin' man in an authority position.
Oh, Lloyd, I just remembered. You all came by to see me yesterday, didn't you? Was there something you wished to ask me about?
There was, but don't worry about it. It wasn't important. From what we heard yesterday, pleroma grass is a sensitive subject within the church. It's probably best not to bring it up with her.
Really now? Well, if you insist. Just know that I'm always happy to help whenever I'm available. Don't be afraid to come to your old teacher now and then.
I appreciate it. But let's go check in with Renton. Should be the last guy around here.
I noticed that Sister Reese carries a copy of the Testaments with her at all times. You can find her poring over it at nearly every moment she has to spare. How diligent of her. That's a good habit to have, you know.
Sure thing, Renton. Maybe I'll be renting a copy to take with me. With that, we're not going to go to the doll studio, though. That feels like it's going to advance things. And instead, I want to go to Mainz. We actually have a hidden quest here as well. Should be at Nilsson. So we'll see wherever he's hanging out. Probably the inn.
Arkansas will be debuting their revival performance the day after tomorrow. I'd love to see one of their shows someday, even if just once.
Maybe... I was just about to say, maybe you'll be seated next to somebody and love could, bloom from there. Great minds, Amy.
Maybe I'd sit next to a fine gentleman with an appreciation for theater. We could strike up a romantic chat.
I can't tell if she's more interested in the show or the imaginary gentleman. It's always nice to daydream like that, you know? Meeting that special someone who shares your interests. That's why I got like a canvas bag with a bracer symbol on it, just so I can have it if I'm just getting groceries and filling it up, and maybe there's a girl there and she's like, are you part of the Bracer Guild? And I'm like, yeah. And then, man.
Kim has been playing with Hoffman's kiddo all day. He's the only kid her age around these parts, so I don't care if they're friends. They're not gonna end up, dating or anything, right?
Sir, she's like 7. I think it's okay. It's okay for the time being. But they are literally the only minors in this town. Well, they're not the only minors, but they're the only minors.
Echo! Echo! Oh.
I love my daddy!
My daddy! Daddy!
I wonder what the neighbors think of me.
Wowee, it really does yell the same thing back at you. Does that mean there's another Kimmy on the other side of the mountain?
Yes.
Ha! Aren't echoes the coolest? What should I yell next?
Profanities. No. Carl. Play nice. Play nice.
What in the world could Alec be yelling his head off about this time? Honestly, how did that child turn out so rowdy?
I think he's a wonderful kid. Into the mines. Gantz dragged me by my collar to the inn yesterday. You'll never guess what happened next. Luca, of all people, came over to cheer me up. Thank the goddess. She doesn't hate me after all. His plan worked. I never imagined Luca, of all people, go out of her way to cheer me up. Thank the goddess. Okay, I gotta find Gantz. Marlowe's finally back in the groove of things now. Huh, the guy's lucky he has me to look out for him. Oh, you're a good friend, Gantz. My grandma's been pressuring me to get hitched. I get that she's happy about me not skipping work anymore, but marriage? It's more trouble than it's worth. Can't provide for a family the way Max and Chief Hoffman do. Besides, I prefer to go things solo. Marlowe's been awfully cheery today. Just yesterday, it looked like the entire world had fallen apart. Well, as long as he's working hard, what do I care either way? You should care about your employees' well-being. All right, I've got to mine as much as I can today. Huh, might as well aim for tomorrow's quota too while I'm at it. Man, he's going for it. Then again, he's the chief, but he's not the boss. I imagine the mayor's the boss. He's the one who employs them all. He's just the one in charge at the mine. The mine chief is. I had no idea there was a doll studio off the midpoint of the mountain path. And I live here. The guy who owns it never comes up to our village either. You gotta be some kind of oddball to live in the mountains by yourself like that. Just imagine him just dropping by there at Ziegel. Mainz mining village, mayor's house. The bracers have been noticeably busier than normal these days. We've had to think twice before submitting any non-urgent requests. I was told that they're investigating the large mysterious monsters that have been emerging throughout the state. It gives me this horrible feeling in the pit of my stomach. I fear something wicked may be brewing in Crossbell.
I fear you're right, sir. It's been a tough task finding potential spouses for our miners. Then again, Gantz, Marlowe, and Logie don't seem to have any intention of settling down anytime soon. Perhaps the new generation doesn't value marriage as much as mine did.
Indeed. Topical. Topical, good madam. Let's see now. How's old Granny doing in the back?
Logie seems to be living his life to the fullest now that he's gotten his act together at work. Now all he has to do is find himself a wife, and I can finally rest easy. Ho ho! Though I suppose I shouldn't get my hopes up anytime soon.
Or put pressure on him anytime soon. We'll leave that be. Leave that be. Much to say as a young man.
My husband has been strangely eager about going to work lately. It must be Gantz and Logie's enthusiasm rubbing off on him. He sets out for the mine so early in the morning that I can barely get his lunch ready in time.
Yeah, he was going at it. He was an eager beaver. Is that what they say? I don't know. It sounds good though. Beavers work hard. They seem happy. Are they? Has anyone asked a beaver?
Hey, if it isn't the kids from the police. You all looking to book a room with us?
Not quite. We came to ask about a case we're working on.
Have you received any strange packages recently by any chance? Strange packages? Oh, as a matter of fact, the most peculiar delivery came in earlier. Why anyone thought to send it to us, I couldn't even begin to guess. Do you happen to know something about it?
Jackpot.
Well, actually...
Lloyd explained the situation regarding the misdelivered packages.
Oh, so that's what happened. So the package we received was supposed to go to St. Ursula then. No wonder it was chock full of scalpels and such.
I can only imagine how disconcerting it was when they suddenly arrived.
You don't know the half of it. Luca got so spooked she was hell-bent on throwing them out with the trash tomorrow.
It's a good thing we made it in time.
Here, let me give you the package you were supposed to receive.
Lloyd handed over the fragile package.
Thank you very much. Now, let's have a look-see. Yep, these are the Liberalian drinking glasses I ordered a while back. I'm positive this package is ours.
Glad to be of service.
Now then, could you please have the package that was misdelivered to you? Of course, give me just a moment. Here you are. I trust you'll get that to the hospital where it should be.
Receive the heavy package.
Thanks, we will.
Alright, let's drop by St. Ursula Hospital next.
We should inquire at the reception desk.
Indeed.
Thank goodness my Liberalian drinking glasses ended up making it here. Believe me, I was downright shocked when I opened up that package of scalpels and such. Anyway, thanks for your help sorting everything out. I know it couldn't have been easy.
No worries, ma'am.
I still don't get what all the fuss was about yesterday. I mean, I did what Gantz asked. I went up to Marlowe and said, "Can you just cheer up already?" Well, it is what it is. Back to cleaning.
You're a naive girl, Luca, in the ways of the world and the whims of these miners. But something tells me... Indeed, actually somebody in this room.
Mr. Nilsson?
Ah, is that you, Lloyd?
Yes, hello again. I'm glad you remember me.
I never forget the voices of those I've had the pleasure of interviewing.
Is this man?
Yeah, he's a famous journo they met a little while back.
That's right, Marcel Nielsen. What brings you to Mainz, if I may ask?
I have an interview scheduled with Mayor Bixen, as it so happens. I'll be asking him for his account on Mainz's origins as a septium mining village, as well as how it has changed in the modern day. With the topic of independence looming over Crossbell, I thought it pertinent to reflect on the state's history.
Not a bad idea. That's a very insightful perspective to have, for a lack of a better phrase.
I'll consider it a compliment. My circumstances do give me a penchant for taking things the long way around. But enough about me. I heard you all contributed to stopping the terrorist attack at the trade conference. With that in mind, I have the urge to interview you about the matter. Would you mind terribly? You see, there are several lingering questions I have regarding the motivations behind that attack. I suspect speaking with you will help me uncover the meaning of it all.
The meaning behind the terrorist attack?
That may be difficult to divulge.
Tio's right. Information about that case is restricted to members of the state government and police force. Even if we do take your questions, we'll be pretty limited in what we can disclose.
That's understandable, and well within my expectations. Nevertheless, I believe there is still merits to be had in discussing the matter. What do you say?
Our last interview with them was definitely insightful. Participating in a second one could be a good idea, if we have the time.
Let's help with Nilsson's coverage.
All right, we'll agree to your interview.
Splendid. Thank you for your time. Let's begin right away then. Inside Scoop, the terrorist attack. Thank you all again for agreeing to this interview. Our topic of discussion is the recent terrorist attack that occurred at the West Zemuria Trade Conference. To begin, I would like to confirm the identity of the perpetrators involved. Could you do that for me, Lloyd? Who were the terrorists that attacked the trade conference? Was it the Imperial Liberation Front from Erebonia, the anti-immigration faction from Calvert, or both? We know this. It is both.
The two terrorist cells from within the major powers were working in conjunction with one another. One was the Imperial Liberation Front from Erebonia. The other was comprised of members of Calvert's anti-immigration faction.
That's right. Those were indeed the parties responsible. I'll refrain from delving into their backgrounds and founding principles. However, it is worth noting that the two groups have no history of collaboration, and yet they mounted a united front against the conference. I am given to understand that they were abetted by a so-called society that had also been operating covertly in Liberal.
Yeah, the Society of Ouroboros. Thinking back, the terrorists were making use of archaisms at the trade conference. Do you know of the society, Mr. Nielsen?
I've come across their name before, yes. They're a bit of an enigma, to be certain. I take it your work has led to you learning of them as well? We've heard a thing or two.
And the more we hear, the shadier they seem to be.
At any rate, we can say definitely that their true aims are completely shrouded in mystery. Trying to deduce their objectives at this stage would be entirely in vain.
I'm inclined to agree with that.
Let us move on to the next topic then. I would like to review the intentions and perspectives of the two major powers in regards to the attack. My sources tell me that each nation employed outside forces in secret. Both of these forces contributed greatly to the resolution of the incident. What I find peculiar is that, although the Empire and Republic foresaw the attack, they elected not to prevent it, leaving both terror groups at large. I have to wonder why that is. What do you suppose they were trying to achieve, Lloyd? What were Chancellor Osborne and President Rocksmith's objectives in regards to the terrorist attack? Was it A, to expose each terrorist group, B, contain opposing political factions, or C, force Mayor Croix to resign? Like, in a way, I mean, they obviously wanted the attack. The wording on this one, contain opposing political factions. That is the correct answer, as I see it. Contain opposing political factions. Maybe Lloyd will break it down a bit for me here.
Each terrorist group was backed by a political faction that stands at odds with its respective country's leader. I think their top priority was to keep those two opposing factions in check. In Chancellor Osborne's case, he was looking to put pressure on Erebonia's noble faction. As for President Rocksmith, he was looking to deter anyone who agrees with Calvert's radical nationalists.
I agree. That is the only logical explanation for why they allowed the terrorists to remain at large. As a result, the public tide has turned in their favor. Citizens from either country are raising their voices against the aforementioned factions.
Political leverage, then, was the end goal.
If it just said political leverage, I would have contain opposing factions. Okay.
On a separate note, Lloyd, you identified this as their top priority, did you not? I found that curious. Do you mean to imply that they had another objective in mind as well?
Well, Lloyd. Yeah, I can imagine one other objective. I also think it was to gain a foothold for their advancement in the Crossbell.
Oh?
Crossbell is in their crosshairs, so to speak. That much was clear as day when both leaders offered to station their troops in Crossbell at the conference.
Yes, and the terror attack fueled the narrative that Crossbell cannot keep its borders safe by itself. That only places further pressure on the state to accept their proposals.
The non-aggression pact that Liberal introduced has essentially lost all power as a deterrent at this point. Moreover, Crossbell's independence proposal has placed it square in the public eye of both the Empire and the Republic, thereby redirecting the attention of either country's citizens away from their domestic conflicts and discontent.
So even that was by design.
I've heard of two birds with one stone. This is more like downing a flock with a boulder. Well then, I see you will consider this in just as much detail as I have. If you don't mind, I would like to move us on to our final topic. It is apparent that the two countries had a mutual understanding as far as the attack was concerned. Do you believe this to be evidence of a greater alliance between them? Have Erebonia and Calvert form an alliance through their handling of the terrorist attack? Yes, a temporary one. Yes, a permanent one. Or out of the question. And it is out of the question.
No, I think that's out of the question. Ultimately, they both had the same objective: sole possession of Crossbell.
Yes, that's exactly right. In the end, the incident at the conference was no more than a one-time instance of them acting in lockstep.
Yes, but to split hairs here, couldn't you then call that like a temporary alliance if they acted together on this?
Whatever. Furthermore, Crossbell is simply too valuable for either country to let it remain as a simple buffer zone. There's no room for allyship if each aspires to take it for themselves. Their parallel actions tip their hands as to their conflicting motivations.
Well, for a blind man, your aim is impressive.
So this was all just a warm-up before the real thing. Eventually, they're gonna go at each other, guns blazing.
Yes, and I imagine the war of intelligence they're waging will only worsen from here. The increasing activity from the Jaegers and criminal syndicates in Crossbell can likely be attributed to that as well. Unfortunate as it is, I would not be surprised to see a resurgence of inexplicable incidents such as those from Crossbell's past. Inexplicable incidents?
What do you mean?
No, never mind that. Forgive me for speaking out of turn. That aside, I believe we've sorted out a number of matters regarding the terror attack. Asking for this interview was a wise decision indeed. Thank you for your time.
Likewise, this was very enlightening. I think we understand the current situation more clearly now.
It was almost more informative than I was prepared to handle.
I'm glad to hear you found it beneficial. It would be wonderful if we could chat like this again sometime. future circumstances permitting.
Of course, we'll be more than happy to.
Inside scoop complete! Thank you for indulging me with an interview today, SSS. I would love to chat again, should the opportunity arise. I would too, sir. Now then. We've already taken care of the megalobat at the old mine, so that's not a worry anymore. Instead, the world's kind of our oyster, so tune in next time as we crack that sucker open. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Carl, and this has been Trails to Completion.